I brought you strawberries.
Oh, awesome! Fresh strawberries.
Yeah, and some little eggs from my chickens.
From your very own chicken?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Aren't they pretty? Wow. One of every color.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Mama Willie.
Hey, Amy.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello, welcome to Spicy Grandmas, where I learned to cook with the world's most endearing and daring grandmothers. And today we have a very special episode. This is Spicy Grandma.
Grandma Nette.
And this is my aunt. And today we are cooking a family favorite recipe that we all love. We are making
our Grandma Holden's chocolate oatmeal cookies.
They go really quickly in our family. Usually they're gone by the end of the day, and they're super delicious. They're no bakes, and they're really easy to make. So we can't wait to show you.
Yeah, so a couple of tweaks I do to the recipe is I add a little vanilla, which is not in the original recipe. And instead of half a cup of milk, I do half milk, so about 2 ounces of milk and about 2 ounces of strong coffee.
Oh wow, that is such a good idea.
So that gives a little bit of boost to the chocolate.
Yummy. Chocolate oatmeal with a boost of caffeine. I love it.
Okay, so the ingredients we need for our cookies is 1 stick of butter. I'll use a teaspoon of vanilla, 1/3 cup of cocoa, 2 ounces of milk and 2 ounces of strong coffee, 2 cups of sugar, half of a cup of peanut butter, 2.5 cups of quick oats, your oatmeal.
Okay, wonderful.
All right, first thing I do is I put my stick of butter in my pot. And you sort of learn what your favorite pot is to use for these. And Grandma Holden, I think she always used a wooden spoon, so I've gone back to using a wooden spoon with mine. And we put the butter in there to start melting it, along with the coffee and the milk.
Oops, the coffee right in.
And it's a sort of a candy / cookie, so ideally you get the best melting of your sugar. You want it to melt, but you don't want to stir a whole lot because it makes it sort of grainy. That's one thing I've learned by trial and error. So we've got our sugar, our milk, coffee, butter, and cocoa. Very important part.
Yum.
A lot of times actually I blend my cocoa with my sugar. It sort of makes it easier to stir in, but this time we did it separate, and that will be fine too. And then I add just a little bit of vanilla. We'll just go with a teaspoon. That's sort of a generous portion, but we'll do that. I just like
I usually don't measure perfectly on vanilla. I'm just like, if there's too much, it's fine.
I like to use the cap of the bottle to measure. That's what my mom taught me to do. So, and this stove, you want it probably on medium-high.
Okay, medium-high.
Because the goal is to bring it to a boil.
Okay.
And we'll boil it for 3 minutes.
Okay.
To soft candy stage. So, that's what we're waiting on, for it to boil.
And I see we don't even mix it. We just let it sit, right?
Right. We try to mix it as little as possible because you want the sugar to melt naturally. If you stir it, it can make it a little grainy. But it's starting to boil now, so I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes.
Very important. This is a very timely recipe. And look, now it's starting to boil really quick.
Yeah, so I'll turn it down just a tad because I don't want it to get too much, but it really is supposed to boil for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I always say this recipe is It's easy, but you cannot leave the kitchen.
Oh, no.
It requires attention.
It's a little persnickety. It's nice if you can do it on a day that's not real humid.
Yeah.
Because once we mix in all of the ingredients and put it out on the wax paper, then it should harden fairly quickly.
She's a high maintenance beauty.
Yes. It boiled 3 minutes, so we're taking it off the heat and add the last 2 ingredients. And that's your 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And this usually slides out easily, but there we go. It's going. So we've got 1/2 cup of peanut butter. This is natural peanut butter and it's oily, but it'll be great. That adds a lot of flavor.
Yum.
I like to stir that in.
All my favorite things: chocolate, coffee, peanut butter.
Yes. So when that gets mixed up fairly well, you don't want big globs of peanut butter left in one cookie. You want it spread out. Okay, so then the last ingredient are your 2.5 cups of oatmeal. And the quick oats are the best. A lot of people for your breakfast are using steel cut oats and all that, but the quick oats really do best in this recipe. So you need to get those stirred in really well.
Yum.
Coat it with chocolate.
This is literally one of my favorite things in the whole world.
Yeah, and if you've got any guys in the house at the moment, if they haven't asked you if the cookies are ready yet, they will be asking you at this moment. So we got it all mixed up, and the next step will be to drop them onto wax paper or parchment paper. And I like my granite countertops because it helps them cool a little quicker. So I found that's a really good
That's
tip.
good.
Yes. Alrighty. We spoon it out, just spoon by spoon onto the parchment paper, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection. It's about it being good. And again, the way my grandma made them, they would be shiny on top. Even after they dried, they were shiny. And so that is my goal, is to have them shiny.
Shiny, gooey, and delicious.
Yes. So once they are spooned out onto the paper, they should harden, dry just a bit, and be ready to eat very soon.
Yeah, this is the part where everyone is like running in the kitchen trying to eat them, and you have to wait till they get a little bit more ready.
Well, Steve, my brother Steve, Amy's dad, loves to eat them with a spoon. So even if they are not perfect and they don't harden up, he eats them with a spoon, and that's his favorite way.
Yes.
End up having a favorite pan that you like to cook them in. I think you end up finding a favorite spoon to spoon them out.
Yes.
So I like the wooden spoons. I think it reminds me of Grandma. And you'll see they're pretty thin. You don't want to pile so much on there that it takes a long, long time to harden. So you keep them fairly thin. Amy, I don't know if you've ever counted how many come out of a batch, do you?
No, I haven't.
They're usually eaten so quickly.
They're eaten so quickly, you don't know for sure.
You don't know. But the guys usually give us instructions to make a lot.
Yes.
And I have tried to double a batch before, and that didn't go well. So if you want to make a lot, make separate batches.
Yeah, just twice.
Yeah. Have used almond butter in place of the peanut butter, and that's a really good option if you've got somebody with peanut allergies or you just want a little bit different flavor. And of course, there's always somebody that wants to lick the pan.
Yes.
And you've got,
We fight over it.
yeah, if you've got kids at home, you can give one the spoon and get a clean spoon to let the other one lick the bowl, the pan.
We are going to try them again because I've already ate a couple.
Yeah, there's evidence there. There's some
Yeah, I
spaces.
cannot contain myself around these cookies. Welcome to get a big glass of milk.
That's a good pairing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna use a spoon. They are gooey. This time they're like very much in the middle, so they're not like super gooey. You don't quite need a spoon, but they're not like crunchy. But I like them this way. But the longer they sit out,
The longer they sit out, the more they dry.
yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
Mmm. These are so addicting.
Yes.
So addicting.
Very much so.
We're gonna enjoy these a few minutes longer to have it all to ourselves before our husbands and our children find out. I like this one.
I think we did.
It's really good. Now that's what love tastes like.
My mom had a recipe for chocolate oatmeal cookies that she's passed on, and it got written up in a cookbook from her church many years ago. Stella Faye Allison Holden's own handwriting.
Aw.
So
I love how it's been passed down to so many people. I love seeing her handwriting.
I never would make the chocolate oatmeal cookies for my children, for Lynnette and her brothers, because that was my mother's recipe. And when my children got old enough to make the cookies themselves, they made them quite often because they didn't get to go to grandmother Holden's that much.
Oh, so you saved it for like a special thing they did with their grandmother.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Spicy Grandmas. And make sure to subscribe.
Okay, not much.
I love that.
Oh, daughter, I think you did it perfectly.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Yummy.
Big smile.
My teeth are covered in it.
No, you're good.
Slowly, Grace.
No chalk on my face.
No.
What? Oops.